Welcome to the Cooking Odyssey. I'm incredibly excited today because we have with us a very special guest chef visiting all the way from Greece. He's going to help us make a loukanopita, a sausage pie, followed by a roasted leg of lamb with honey and herbs, and we'll finish it off with Greek-style donuts, loukoumades. But first, let's go back to the place in Greece that serves as the source of inspiration for today's recipes.
Today we are in one of the oldest cities in the world, whose recorded history spans over 3,400 years and has become the center of the political and cultural life in Greece. Welcome to Athens.
Because of its central location, the Acropolis, and its access and proximity to the sea, Athens has forever enjoyed being the center of the Greek world. It's easy to see how the ancient meets the modern in Athens. The Acropolis is such a vivid reminder of this. While the beauty of Athens is easily seen, the people of this city know it offers so much more. And so I decided to explore the local hidden gems. And who better to guide us than Vasilis Kalidis, chef, restaurateur, and host of his own TV show, Food and the City. Vasily promised me early on that I would eat the best tiropita and spanakopita ever at his hometown favorite shop, Ariston, which in Greek means excellent.
Δύο τυρόπιτες παρακαλώ. The dough is made with fresh butter, and the filling is goat cheese and feta cheese. Did you know that they make the same recipe for the last 2,500 years?
Wow, the same one?
Yeah, the
exact
ancient
same
Athenians, they used to have this cheese pie as a breakfast.
Wow.
That's enough. Let's go. I got more things to show you.
Okay, go.
Making its debut in 1922, Krinos on Ioulou Street in downtown Athens has been frying up the tastiest loukoumades in town.
Γεια σας. Θέλουμε δύο μερίδες λουκουμάδες. Μία με μέλι, honey or chocolate.
Honey.
Honey. Μέλι και σοκολάτα παρακαλώ.
They look a little bit like donuts, right?
Yeah, actually, you can say it's the Greek version of donuts.
I love it.
You're gonna love the place I'm gonna take you now.
What's that? Surprise?
You'll see. I'm gonna take you to a place I love.
Yes.
It's called Bahar. Did you know that in Persian, Bahar means spring?
No,
and
I
in
didn't
Greek,
know that. In Greek, of course, I know it's spice.
let's take you to the spices.
Smells so good, Vasilis.
Yeah, this place is a heaven for a chef.
The spice market, and Bahar specifically, came about after the Greeks immigrated back to their home country from Asia Minor. With them, they brought not only their families, clothing, and belongings, but also all of their spice connections and knowledge. With this alone, they resurrected the spice business in Athens.
Well, I'll take you now next door where they know how to use the spices.
Wow, let's go.
Well, actually, in this place, the Miran family, for the last 90 years, they make pastourma. Want to try some?
Yes, definitely.
Well,
How do they make it?
it's not something strange. It's cuts of beef. You go first.
Thank you.
They cure it with salt for several days. Then they wash it, they dry it. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Thank you. And then they make a paste with lots of garlic and spices, and they cover the whole meat with the paste. And they hung it from the ceiling, and they let it dry for for about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So we'll stay like this.
Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Follow me. I'm gonna cook for you.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome back. We are very privileged to have with us in our kitchen a great chef and friend, Vasilis Kalidis.
Hi, Yanis.
Welcome. First time to the USA?
Yes, it's my first time here.
Welcome. So you have this great cooking show back in Greece. It's called Food in the City. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, it's an interesting show, as they say, and every Saturday I take the audience out on the streets of the city. I walk around the neighborhoods and I try to find little holes in the wall, as you say, hidden gems,
For example, a nice restaurant where an old lady, she makes the best sardines in town, or a guy, he makes the same cheese pie, the same recipe since 1950 something, you know. They say it's really interesting. I enjoy it.
For today, we'll be making a loukanopita, a sausage pie.
With Greek sausage and peppers and some feta cheese.
Vasily, on the footage, I saw that you and Eva had loukoumades. And it's one of my favorite things. Can you do me a favor and make them for us?
So you want to start with the dough for loukoumades?
Of course, I prefer dessert before...
well, okay, because it needs to rest for about 30 minutes, so let's start now.
Super.
So I got some lukewarm water here, and it's so easy, you're not going to believe this. So 2 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? A teaspoon of dry yeast, okay? And then a cup and a half of lukewarm water.
So this, you mix it and you get this batter?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some salt, just a generous pinch of salt, that's it. And then you mix all the ingredients for like a minute. So that's the right consistency. It needs to be runny. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover it with a clean cotton towel, like that, and leave it on the side for like 25-30 minutes to rise, okay? I guess we're ready for loukanopita now. So turn on the heat. I'll start with the sausage. Well, usually I cut it in half and then lengthwise. So right now you take 2 forks and you start turning the sausages around until they're golden brown and they take all their fat out, okay?
Okay.
And I start with the peppers. And you see all the fat comes out, and in this fat we're gonna saute the peppers, right? Actually, I should cut the tomatoes right now because I want to save some time. So could you please take the sausages out on the plate so I can use the pan to saute my ingredients?
Of course.
Let's start with the peppers. So we don't use any more olive oil. The fat in the pan is okay. It's enough. It's not too much. Okay. But it's the amount of fat we need, so we can soften the peppers here on medium heat. Nice and soft. They smell great. So now we're going to add the tomatoes.
Very nice.
Powdered mustard. It's going to give a very nice taste. I also like ground ginger. And some nutmeg. Actually, Eva, she loved nutmeg back in Athens. It was so fresh and the flavor was amazing. And my favorite ingredient,
which is?
Cloves. I love cloves, but they're very strong, so you just need a tiny, tiny pinch like that, okay? Yeah. So we can start with puff pastry. So I'm rolling out the pastry dough, not too much.
Okay.
You don't want it to be thin. And now I'm gonna put the peppers with the spices here. The sausage like that. And I will crumble the feta cheese on top. And then a few slices, thin slices of Greek graviera or any other cheese that melts. You can even use mozzarella. And then,
voila.
Yeah, ta-da, less than 5 minutes. And you have this amazing, amazing Greek loukanopita. And straight ahead, you put it on a tray, just a few drops of olive oil, not too much. And you transfer the whole thing in the tray. Ta-da! 30 minutes on 450 degrees, and it's gonna be amazing.
Wonderful. In the meantime, we'll go back to Athens.
Like many great cities, Athens provides you with a little bit of everything and a lot of the good stuff. In less than an hour, tourists and locals alike can hit the beaches, shop in beautiful places, and eat at some of the tastiest restaurants. And while the beach may be wonderful, Vasily promised me something better, that he'd cook for me.
Vasily, I thought you were gonna cook for me. Are you redecorating?
Patience, darling, patience. This company is an eco-friendly company that creates its products using all natural materials, such as cotton and bamboo, and they even have their own garden. The Mediterranean diet is not only about food, it's a way of life. And this company here embraces this philosophy wholeheartedly. Let's go cook.
What are you gonna do?
What about a Greek-style tomato and feta risotto?
Sounds wonderful.
Yes, it's one of my favorite recipes. Well, listen, I got here 3 ripe tomatoes. We have the Greek rice. It's a white rice and it's really starchy. It's gonna make our risotto thick. So I got a glass of fresh tomato juice, some feta cheese. It's made out of goat's milk, so actually it's goat cheese. Ground salt, some olives. I got basil over there. I love fresh herbs and olive oil. You wanna start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So first, I'm gonna chop the onion. Well, some extra virgin olive oil in the pan.
Do you need some help over there?
Yeah, if you want to.
Sure.
There you go. So I'm gonna add the rice and toast the rice with the olive oil and everything in the pan. So I'm gonna chop the tomatoes.
You wanna continue?
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
Everything is in the pan. The olive oil, the onions, the rice, the tomatoes. And you know what? We're gonna add the tomato juice and the warm water, and it's gonna be ready in like 12 minutes. It's the quickest risotto you can make. And a good pinch of sea salt. So now we add the feta cheese. Well, I'm gonna add the olives and some basil leaves.
It smells really good.
So now we add some grated kefalotiri cheese. Our last touch is some extra virgin olive oil.
Chef Kalidis, are we done?
Yeah, it smells great and the color is very, very good. And I cannot wait to try the sausage pie. Take a look at the inside, all these colors and the melt cheese. And you know what? No more comments.
Delicious. Great work, chef.
Thank you.
Let's get going for our next recipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, honey roasted leg of lamb with Greek herbs and lemon. How do you like that? For this recipe, we will need the leg of lamb, some baby potatoes, lemons, garlic, salt and freshly ground pepper, some extra virgin olive oil, honey from Crete, fresh rosemary and fresh thyme. So first I'm gonna put the leg of lamb in the roasting dish. I'm gonna make some holes and put the garlic cloves in the meat. So I cut each clove in 4 pieces And then I try to squeeze them in the meat like that. This is easy, right?
So when this cooks, the garlic will impart its flavor to the rest of the
exactly.
meat.
Not only on the skin, but in the center too. And you can just throw in the roasting pan a few pieces left. And I'm gonna put some salt, lots of salt on the meat, and some freshly ground pepper, like that. Lots of oil, some more salt on top, some more pepper. You just throw some potatoes around the meat. I'm gonna add lots of rosemary.
What I like what you're doing right now is that you're using something other than just oregano, you know, which is sort of, everybody thinks of Greek roasts, oregano, lemon juice, olive oil. But it's nice to play with all the different varieties of herbs that we do have.
So I think that's enough, and now lots of thyme. I'm just trying to squeeze thyme before I put it in the roasting pan so all the essential oils come out and it smells even better.
Thyme is probably my favorite herb.
I'm gonna have to pour 2 cups of boiling water over the potatoes. Some more salt for the potatoes this time.
Make sure they're seasoned well.
Yeah. Extra virgin olive oil all over. And can you squeeze 3 lemons for me, please?
Sure can.
And the best part is drizzling the potatoes and the meat with honey, and then they're gonna glaze in the oven. I just love the idea of baking lamb with honey and lemon.
Looks incredible.
So I'm gonna put it in the oven for 1.5 hours in a 400 degree.
Okay. And in the meantime, let's go back to Greece. And when we get back, Vasilis is going to make us loukoumades.
Gazi, a neighborhood of Athens that literally provided light to the city, resides next to Keramikos and is close to the Acropolis. The Athens Gasworks French company was established in 1857 and continued to supply gas for the city until it was closed in 1984. Gazi is also home to the Technopolis of Athens, an industrial museum of modern architecture. Most recently, Gazi has been revitalized and transformed into an entertainment district due to its proximity to Athens and the Acropolis. The neighborhood is populated with bars, restaurants, art galleries, and exhibitions. All this walking around made me hungry, and Vasily said he would introduce me to a tapa-style restaurant. In Gazi, there is one called Sardeles.
Γεια σου, Βασίλη.
Γεια σου, Εύα.
Welcome back. Our lamb is in the oven. And Vasily, Gazi is one of my favorite areas in Athens. Great restaurants. It's sort of really evolved over the past 10 years. And that's where you took Eva out, eh?
Yeah, it's the hippest part of the city, and Eva just loved it. She lost her mind.
And there's a great patisserie there, which makes also very nice loukoumades.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to make for me now, eh?
So I'm gonna need some water, plain water in a glass. You're gonna see why. Our dough is ready, has risen, and you can see all the bubbles coming out. We have a pot with canola oil in a medium-high heat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start. It's very easy. You dip the spoon in the water and you shake the excess water from the spoon, and then you take a piece of dough like that. See how frothy and soft it is? And I need a wet spoon, and you just cut it like that.
Okay.
You try not to squeeze the dough too much because you don't want to lose all this precious air it has inside.
I'm gonna just take this.
Yeah, you can just turn them around, and I'm gonna add a couple more. Well, I was telling Eva back in Athens that my mother used to take me downtown. She wanted to do her shopping, and afterwards she would take me for loukoumades, and it's a childhood memory. And the nice thing is that even now, parents take their children for loukoumades, and it's really touching.
Chef, I think these are done.
Yeah.
Nice golden color to them, eh?
Yeah, exactly like that. So I'm gonna take them out.
Okay.
Let me do this. Nice. So I'm gonna show you how we serve them in Greece, okay? I'm gonna drizzle good quality Greek honey. This is from Crete. I just love Cretan honey.
Some walnuts.
And a nice pinch of cinnamon, and they're done.
Oh, it looks incredible.
Yanni, I want you to make some room for me because I'm gonna bring the lamb.
Sure. Oh, wow.
There you go.
It's a beauty.
Crispy and juicy and Greek.
Well, can I have a taste test?
Yeah, of course. Well, you're gonna try the meat and I'll have a potato. I love potatoes.
Delicious. Congratulations. Juicy.
Yeah, honey glazed. And you know what my favorite part is? The burnt corners here, because this is how we make it in Greece. Really well done on the outside, juicy and moist on the inside. I can't wait to try loukoumades.
I'm using my hands.
And I'm gonna put some extra honey. That's how I like it. Want some?
Yes. Thank you.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, Vasily, thank you for joining us today. We had a lot of fun, and I hope you join us very soon.
If you want to.
Of course. Join us on the next episode of The Cooking Odyssey. Join us on the next episode of The Cooking Odyssey, where we explore the mountain of the 12 ancient Greek gods, and we discover a vineyard with a unique selection of wines.